all 2 of my loyal subscribers. How are you doing? I'm back. Hello. And I wanted to do this video a lot, but I've recorded it so many times and haven't uploaded it because I'm not sure if I'm supposed to talk about it or if it's just a message for me or anything like that. It's about an event. But before I get into that, I just want to say, like, the lighting's fucked now. My ring light is just, it randomly broke. It just doesn't work. And that's the second one I've got. I'm not buying a new one. I know it's cheap tut, that's why, but it's broken. Okay, so I'm going to get right into it and not keep you going for too long. This video is about something that I've been led to in media since 2020, and I just can't stop thinking about it. And I have to record this just in case it happens so that I can go, I told you so, I told you so. No, I won't do that. That's such an annoying wanker thing to do. But I do need to record all these synchronicities and signs regarding this event. So the event that I keep seeing, portrayed in media and games, and I keep getting guided to keep my eye on, is the destruction of the Eiffel Tower. Dun dun dun. When I look at this event in media, I keep seeing repeating numbers. The repeating numbers are generally 3s. Sometimes you'll get a bunch of 4s in there as well. 8 is definitely. The 3s and the 8s, very recurring. The 3s and the 8s are very recurring. And the 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, the multiple ones as well. A little bit of a backstory about this is in 2020, when I believe I experienced what is known as the 5th dimension or 5th density or New Earth, whatever you want to call it, the frequency band basically that is accessible when you manage to get your body vibrating at the frequency of love, like the same frequency as your heart. So, you know, you have to do some trauma healing and get your heart to feel the love, and then you get your whole body to vibrate at love, and then you experience the 5D, which is incredible. It's better than drugs. You get the love, the bliss, but also reality is different in that state of consciousness. Like, manifesting is very easy, and this is why, you know, it's quite clear to me that we're living in reality isn't what we've been told it is. Okay, so I need to calm down for this video. It's so exciting. Let's go over, first of all, what happened in 2020. During, I think it was around March or May, during one of these 5 density experiences, I got led to one of my favourite television series of all time, Evangelion, again. I found this in Primark, isn't it cool? Got my Shinji Ikari t-shirt on. So, basically in 2020, when I was experiencing this 5D, I got an inkling to look at the last Evangelion rebuild movie, which was Rebuild 4. But the title wasn't called Evangelion Rebuild 4, it was called 3.0 plus 1.0. So you've got the 3, the 1, and you've also got the hinting at the cyclical nature of the story of the movie, the cyclical nature of perhaps reality itself, time itself. The other title for Evangelion Rebuild 4 is Thrice Upon a Time. Thrice Upon a Time, when I looked that up, is a name of a sci-fi novel. And that sci-fi novel is about sending messages from the future to the past. So keep that in mind. This is why I'm recording this, because there's been a few instances where I've seen this in media relating to this could be a message from the future. In the first 10 minutes of Rebuild, this was the first time I got led to this information, right? The Eiffel Tower is depicted as destroyed in the first 10 minutes. Even more interesting, in 2020, when I was called to check on the Evangelion rebuild news, the first 10 minutes had been played at an animation expo in France, in Paris. So a little quick rundown. I don't want to make this a whole decode of, rebuild of Evangelion. But in these first 10 minutes, Paris is depicted as red, like everything's red. And the team... Now, I don't follow the rebuild story that well, even though I'm an Eva fan. So it's Nerve or Seele, one of them. One of them acts as the bad guys, one of them acts as the good guys. Anyway, the good guys, with Mari Makanami on their side, one of the characters, are fighting a wave of 4444 Bs, which are the enemies, and 44 Cs, I think. And they're all like kind of cloned robots. And sorry, I've got fatigue from doing this video so many times. I've been repeating myself over and over, trying to get this done in one take. Just forgive me. So these freaking 4444 Cs. Basically, she destroys them. Mari Makanami, piloting her Unit 8. So that's the other number we'll see over and over and over again. Piloting her Unit 8, pulls up the Eiffel Tower and destroys this wave of robots and restores Paris, basically. Mari Makanami is important as a symbol. Shit character, but she's important as a symbol because she doesn't have any trauma. Like, every single pilot in this series, like Shinji, Rei, Asuka, all of them, they all have trauma, or I guess karma. Mari doesn't. Mari just loves piloting. That's her entire character. So it seems like she doesn't even have a story. So as a character, she's kind of boring, but as a symbol, she's extremely interesting. And she wears pink. So she pilots Unit 5 and Unit 8. Okay. So that's the first time I've seen it. And since then, I've been drawn to the Eiffel Tower over and over again, wondering what this messaging's all about. Is it really that the Eiffel Tower is fated to be destroyed? Has this already happened in an alternate timeline? And there's loads of different speculations for it. But let's continue with the instances of this happening in media and the repeating numbers. So, in the Armageddon movie, 1998, Paris is destroyed. In G.I. Joe, Rise of the Cobra, from 2009, the Eiffel is destroyed. I recommend you watch that one because it's really good CGI. Of course, we've done the rebuild, Evangelion. And then there's games. In Call of Duty, Modern Warfare 3, release date 8th of the 11th, 2011, 8/11/11. The Eiffel Tower is very lucidly depicted as being destroyed in front of you while you're playing the game. In Battlefield 3, release date 17th of March 2015, a war in France is depicted and it's nuked. And side note, if you reduce 17, the release date, 17 down, like 1 + 7 is 8, March is 3, and 2015, if you reduce that down, it's 8. So you've got 838 there. Red Alert 2 is another game where Paris is destroyed. And the third threequel game where the Eiffel Tower is depicted as being destroyed, or France being depicted as just being destroyed, is a surprising one. It's not even actually, it is a war game. It's a shooting game. That's interesting. I never thought of it like that. But it's more of a kiddie game than COD or Battlefield. And that game is Splatoon 3. Splatoon 3, in the first scene, depicts the Eiffel Tower being destroyed in the background. There's also a couple of honourable mentions. There's a TV series called The Last Ship, and in that, Paris is nuked. And there's also, when you search destruction of the Eiffel Tower into YouTube, you'll find quite a few videos of like dominoes falling, like small dominoes to big dominoes falling, and usually falling next to the Eiffel Tower rather than on top of it. And then there's also a grime track, a diss track by Getz called The Destruction of the Eiffel Tower. And in the thumbnail, he's doing the spoilers, or the Illuminati symbolism, whatever, take your pick. So that was the portrayals of it in media. Notice the recurring 3s and the recurring 8s. Underneath one of the YouTube videos, I found a comment. One of the YouTube videos about the dominoes falling onto the Eiffel Tower. There was this comment in Korean which really struck me. And it says, "It is said that a domino can knock down a domino that is 1.5 times larger than itself. So if a small domino is 5 centimeters and there are 18 dominoes that are 1.5 times bigger, it would be bigger than the Eiffel Tower. Small changes lead to big changes." Interesting. So, I didn't really see anything more. I was keeping my eye on the Eiffel in 2020, and the only thing that I found, there might be other things that have happened around it. It was Extinction Rebellion rolled out a Rebel banner on the Eiffel Tower on 13th of October 2020, so 13/10/2020. And it was pink colour, like Marie, so it's kind of linked. Let's see. There's another instance of the numbers 33 popping up, or multiple 3s. The France dialing code, ring ring, is +33. Here's another thing that may or may not be related. In 2015, it says here on the 13th of November, I believe, France declared a state of emergency following a terrorist attack in which 130 people were killed. It consisted of 3 separate incidents. 416 people were injured and 100 were in critical conditions. And after that, anti-terror laws were put in place. So that might have something interesting as well. There's a few other things that I wrote down which may or may not be related. Like in 2021, this was just a strange thing. It might be related, it might not, but the Arc de Triomphe in France was wrapped in a posthumous art installation by a guy called Christo. Well, not by Christo, because he's dead, it's posthumous. It was imagined by Christo in 1961 by him, Christo, and his wife, Jean-Claude. It was apparently that cost 14 million euros, or $16.5 million. Just a strange, spendage of money to me, wrapping it in fabric. It's just strange. So, you may have watched my other videos, you may not, but when I see the cephalopods, the octopuses, with they're frequently becoming more and more associated with this corona imagery as well. These little, whatever you would call them, hydras, cephalopods, octopi, the dreamers. For me, these are a symbol, a very potent symbol of reality manipulation. They have been depicted as antagonists in certain media. I don't know if they're good guys or bad guys. But for me, I just know that they are a powerful symbol of reality manipulation. And one last final closing thought that I have to leave you with. Remember I told you the Eiffel was depicted as destroyed in Splatoon 3? So just in case you don't know, Splatoon depicts anthropomorphic cephalopod race in a kind of dystopian future setting, meaning they're humans, it appears to be, humans crossed with squids or octopi. And this was the more recent one. So it's kind of like the same message again from Thrice Upon a Time, Messages from the Future. This is a screenshot I took from Splatoon 3. There's one of your little squiddy people. And look what it says. I don't know if you can read it. It says, "The future stares back. Fight your way to the exit." Interesting. So, there it is. It's recorded. I've got a number of speculations, bearing in mind that the Eiffel Tower, you know, in alternate timelines, it isn't even standing still because it nearly got destroyed in the World War II, apparently, and it was supposed to be only up for 2 years since it was supposed to be a temporary structure for these world fairs. It has a link to the world fairs. People have been questioning these world fairs as well. They've been wondering whether, you know, some of that technology that was displayed at these world fairs was found, and that perhaps there was some kind of reset that went on around the 1800s as well, and meaning reality reset, really. But people were speculating it was something more grounded at first, like a mud flood or something like that. But what if it was actually reality changing on a fundamental level for some reason? And is this something that happens regularly? And why? I'll leave that up to you to decide. This was a really fun video for me to film, even though, you know, my lighting's all mashed and stuff. But I'm really glad I'm really glad that I've actually finally recorded this one, because it's been a struggle to record this one, because it's, you know, predicting such a catastrophic event that may or may not happen. I wanted to make sure as well that, you know, I'm not helping to manifest this, but look, this is what I've been guided to look at, so whether it's fated to happen or not, I thought I'd share with you this information. So there you go. This has been Kerry Attenborough of the Astral Realm signing out. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you have a great day. Bye. Take care.